Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Shoes. We are playing Planet Coaster once again. We are doing something a little bit different today. Here on Shoesy's World, we are going to go over a small little update of Futureland and what I've been doing over there. But secondly, we're going to start filling in a little bit of space around our park. First being, we're just going to build a hotel toward the front of our park. So first off, in Futureland, we are doing pretty well over here. As you can tell, we're adding some water to the area and adding some more a variety of things. We're gonna have a waterfall down here of some sort. How we're gonna do it, I have no idea yet. But down here we have our quick draw ride, and we're starting to get the basic layout of what we're going for. So trying to get the queue path all settled out, and then have our coaster build around it. Down over here we actually have our Insanity Ride queue path that I'm trying to work with. Somehow I'm gonna have it go over the water a little bit. We're gonna have some sort of long building that will cover both the path and support the transportation ride while also covering it up. I don't know how we're gonna do it yet because first of all, this is not straight and aligned, which I'm well aware of, and we're gonna try to figure that out. But that's just a little bit of an update of what's going on over here. So next off, we have our main entrance, and we're gonna build a hotel right in this area. We need to fill up a little bit more of the space. I thought this would be a good idea to do so. In addition, we have been adding fences along the queue path. Sorry, not the queue paths, just regular paths. So if you're a guest, you're just kind of walking by, you're not gonna see, just a whole open land. Kind of barricades, areas a little bit more. So we're gonna start doing that from now on. As you can tell, I've only done it with this area, just because it would be quite a lot of work to do it with every single spot. So that's a work in progress as well. But we're going to speed things up. I'm going to do a speed build of this hotel. We're going to go for a modern look in this hotel and a Planet Coaster look for it as well. So let's see how it turns out. Alright, so there's nothing really special about the building that I made here except for its mostly modern look to it. I try to add a little bit of variance between the glass and the brick. But I really want to take this time to go over a few things, and that's mainly about the park itself and the difference between Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster. Now, with Planet Coaster, I'm still going to be playing this game while Planet Zoo is out. Probably not as often, but I still will be. This is a pretty big project that I want to do on Planet Coaster, so that being said, there's still a lot to do in this park. So far, it's pretty plain and basic the way that we're going about it, which is why I'm going to try to change it up now. Now, with that being said, haven't really been utilizing the use of land and different pathing structures. It's mostly been more of a grid structure or, just very plain and basic. It's almost like too much of a perfect consistency to make the park a little bit less, let's just say, theme park-like. I don't know if that would make any sense. That being said, under my building techniques that I've been using, I've been trying to get a little bit more used to trying to put down more of a real look, but also trying to add more of a, using mixed objects and being able to split building parts from each other. With this one, it's kind of straight up simple. It's a very blocky building, mainly because it's a modern, contemporary hotel. So therefore, I don't really have to move buildings around. I don't have to make them angle with one another and have them intercepting with each other. But once we start building lands like Pirate Land and I don't know, just mainly Pirate Land is what I can think of right now. But in Pirate Land, you think of sometimes a village where the buildings are close together and the paths aren't structured. It's really just the whole entire, it's kind of like the village just kind of, it feels condensed, it's imperfect, it's not a grid structure. And I hope to do the same with the medieval area or the fairy tale land. Now, I also talked about Planet Zoo earlier, and the main reason why I want to talk about this is because, first of all, these are two very similar games. But while I've been waiting for the full release of the game, I do have a plan of how to structure the next zoo better than our last. Now, when I finished the first theme park, or sorry, not theme park, the first zoo that we did on Planet Zoo, it was very blocky. and I didn't really like that. It was very flat land, very blocky. So I've been building some plans out and been sketching out different ways of how I could approach the zoo. And one thing that I'm going to do is not make it so grid structured at the front like this theme park is, the one that I'm making. Although it is smart when it comes to building theme parks to have a lot of space for your guests to move around, it's also very important to have some sort of realistic structure to the land and the terrain, along with the plants around it and rocks and stuff like that. So one thing going into Planet Zoo, I already have a plan of how to create the front. Like there's already a river right there, so that would become a natural barrier for us, and all that other fun stuff. With that being said, in Planet Zoo, I also did a lot of habitats and a lot of shelters, and didn't realize with all the things you could actually do in the game. So I didn't know you could have animals stay in like a building if you wanted to. Like you could customize your own building, and they would be able to stay in there as like a habitat. So maybe something for like lemurs or something like that. So there's a lot of options that I never really got into, but it was really mainly I was just focusing on the different animals I could get and what they did. So it was more of like a preparation before I actually got the game itself. But I'm not going to rant on too much about Planet Zoo, but this was the small little quick build of Planet Coaster here. So I hope you guys really enjoy this video. If you do, please leave a like. I would highly appreciate it. It helps support the channel. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully we'll see you guys in Planet Zoo very shortly. Have a good one.